Boston and Milwaukee series, game 3, back in Milwaukee. Who do you got? Let's go. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Craig Ben, AK Cash Cake, back with another NBA Prize Picks video. And this one's going to be, again, Boston at Milwaukee, game 3. Little recap yesterday. Man, when I saw Embiid was going to play, it sank my heart with a lot of the plays that I had out there because he changes the scope of everything. I was hoping he was going to sit out one more game, but man, it just tore up everything that I did, all the research that I did. It happens, man. But when you lock in those bets early, you just kind of have to live with the results. So that series in general has just been a pain in my rear when it comes to that Philly team in Miami. So I like these series way better with Boston Milwaukee. You've done well in these. That Golden State game, with Brooks being suspended a game, that'll be interesting. Especially going back into Golden State, I think they handle things pretty easily there. But again, we're going to talk a little Boston at Milwaukee here. I think Milwaukee comes out strong this first half, so I really like a first half bet here for Milwaukee, or even a first quarter. I really like those bets. Kind of like yesterday when you get at teams that are like down 0-2 like Philly. I didn't really see Philly winning the game, but hey, with Embiid back, they're just a completely different team. But I really like teams that are down 0-2 and then come back home and to pound that first quarter or first half bet, because those teams usually come out pretty hard, especially at the home ground with them. Here we're at a 1-1, but I do think with Boston losing that game, looking at Giannis's face and how he felt in that game too, he looked pretty pissed off. So I think he comes out pretty heavy here. And I do like this Milwaukee first quarter bet. I think they do come out pretty stinking strong, even though Boston does have Marcus Smart probable to come back here, which is big for them. So, let's just dive right into this and talk about some of the plays that we have. And there's 4 of them total. 2 of them first half bets I'm going to give you, and then 2 of them full game for this Boston at Milwaukee game. So let's go. All right, as you can tell, we have the NBA desktop version up here. If you do not have an account at Prizepicks, head on over and use that promo code DFSArmy and get yourself a 100% instant deposit match up to $100. And I'm going to give you 4 plays that I do like here. Like I said, we have 2 that are first half bets. We'll talk about them, but I think Giannis comes out really heavy here. So we're going to go over to the NBA first half bets for the first 2 that we'll talk about and kind of why that I like them. Like I said, Marcus Smart is probable to be back in this game. So George Hill is probable as well, and we're not going to see Middleton. So the big ones are just Marcus Smart, because that's really big for this Boston team. And then, like I said, George Hill on the other side. So what we're going to do here, the first half plays, the first one that I do like, points, rebounds, and assists. And I'm going to come over here to Al Horford. Now, I think you could take the over points, rebounds, and assists, or you could take the points for first half. And the points, I think, are sitting at 5.5. He's hit the over in both of these games, 9 points each game at home here. I like that one. I also like the points, rebounds, and assists because he does a little bit of everything, and he hit the over both of that, 14-18. Now, both those games are at home, but at the same on the same token, he does a lot of everything because he's out there trying to slow down Giannis, and so the minutes are way up in the 37 minutes both games. And so he gets a little rebounds, gets you a little assist. If we look at his full game stats, the full game is at 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists, and he went over it both times. He went over it at 20. He had 25 in both those games in 37 minutes. And he hasn't shot real well. 36% from the field the first game, 4 for 11, and 44% from the field, 4 for 9 the second game. 12 and 11 points, 10 and 11 rebounds, and 3 assists each game as well. So I do like the 11.5. So basically choose it. Do you like the 11.5 or do you like the 5.5? I like them both. I'm going to play them both. I just like the first half for him. I don't mind the full game. I just feel like Milwaukee might come out just really aggressive this game to try to get one on their home court here. You always like the crowds that get into it. But Horford's going to play so many minutes. I think he can get to it here, either in this points, rebounds, and assist or the points. So I would pick and choose which one you do like. I'm going to play both of them. I know you can't play them together, but I do like both of these first half plays for him. They're just both too low, in my opinion, and we're going to take them. The next one here we're going to take is I'm going to take Giannis over 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Now, I know he didn't get there that second game. He only put up 11, but on the home court here, I think he gets super aggressive, and I think he can get there for us. They're going to want to come out heavy and hard. I like him and I like Drew, both of them. Drew's at 15.5. If you want to take a shot on that one, he's only hit that and almost hit it the first game, hit it the second game. I think one of them is going to come out strong, but I really feel like it's going to be Giannis. I feel like he's going to go to the holes, hard as he can. Having Smart back does help Boston a little bit, but I don't think we're going to see a game where he only had 11 points, rebounds, assists. I think we're going to see more like the first game where he put up 29. So if you want to take the full game as well for Giannis, we can come over and look at his full game stats as well. They're really low compared to the books that are out there. 3 points lower on points. At 27.5, he was at 30.5 out there in the books with the juice on the over at -120. So if you want to take a shot on this, completely don't mind it. That first game at home. Love Al Horford's full game as well. If you look at points, 11 and 12, and he shot pretty bad and got there. So I really love Al Horford's stuff here today. I mean, I always have. I've hit him both games, and I'm going to keep going to it until they raise that. So he's definitely one of my favorite plays across the board. But I feel a little more comfortable that Giannis is taking his first half, just because I feel like the way that they come out this game, I feel like they come out pretty heavy. So I'm going to take that first half. The other two we're going to look at, though, points, rebounds, and assists full game. I'm going to come down here to Drew Holiday. Again, I feel like this is a Milwaukee game. He just missed it that second game, only put up 30, but put up 39 that first game. And again, I feel like this is going to be more towards the first game that we see and not so much the second game that they kind of got, Jaylen Brown came out and just got unbelievable hot that first quarter or first half. I mean, he couldn't miss a damn bucket that first half, but I do think we'll see Giannis and Drew Holiday, push out heavy more. He's 32.5 points, rebounds, and assists out there. And he's going to play a ton of minutes, right? Yes, Hill's coming back, but he's just going to be playing. All he's going to do is just suck up the minutes from the backup point guard. It's not like he's going to hurt him here. And Drew hasn't shot well either in Boston. 8 for 20, 40% that first game, and then 7 for 20, 35% that second game. So there's a lot of improvement here, just hitting a few more buckets. He's got a lot of rebounds, 9 and 4 in those two games, and then 5 and 7 assists. So he's doing a little bit of everything. If he just shoots a little bit better, he played 36 and 40 minutes the first two games. Shoots a little bit better, he crushes this. So I like the Drew over 30.5 points, rebounds, and assists with this first game coming home. And then the next one we're going to go to is one we've hit. I think we've played it both games in this series. They did move the lineup a little bit, though. It was at 4.5 before. It's at 5 now. I'm still fine with it. And that's Brook Lopez over 5 rebounds. I think with a lot of the threes that Boston is shooting, it does help this rebound number out quite a bit. The line's at 5.5 out there. I wouldn't touch it at 5.5, but at 5, he's hit this in the last 4 games at or above it, over it in the first 2 games of the series. And he was even in foul trouble that second game, had 5 fouls, only played 25 minutes, and still got there 6 rebounds. A lot of it, he's not doing a lot of scoring at all. A lot of his work's been in the rebound game. Like I said, a lot of that has to do with the 3-pointers that they're shooting, because that's how you beat, Milwaukee and Boston shoots a ton of them. Tatum's going to shoot a ton. Brown's going to shoot a ton. Smart's going to come back and he's going to shoot a ton. Horford, they all shoot threes and they're all going to have to. They know they pack the paint in there and make him do it. And that's why his rebound numbers are so high here. Just looking across the board, he's played Boston 3 times this year, both in the playoffs. Like I said, went over 10 and 6, and then even one game back on April 7th where he put up 7 rebounds. So, and he's doing and he did that in 24 minutes. He's not going to play a ton of minutes. In a close game, he'll probably play 30 minutes. And I think he gets there. So I do like the Brook Lopez over 5 rebounds. So these ones we're looking at, again, a lot of Al Horford. He's probably my favorite play on the board. Again, even though I think Milwaukee's going to come out and punch him in the mouth, I think Al Horford just continues to get it done because they need his defense against Giannis. So the minutes are going to be there and he's just going to get there. So love the first half for both Al Horford here. The second one I would take Brooke Lopez over 5 rebounds. Third one, Drew Holiday over 30.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And then I take Giannis over 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists first half. And I think Milwaukee comes out strong. And I do like the bet at looking at taking Milwaukee first quarter. I do think they come out really strong out the gate at home and kind of send a message to the team. So should be a good game, close game, but I do think they come out with a lot of energy at home. And that's what I like today. So with that, again, hit that like button on your way out, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.